Well, folks, fantastic turn of the century highboy dresser and matching side table. Let's go through it. So, folks, these just came to the estate. We don't need them. They're in stellar condition, and if you're looking for some nice vintage pieces that really show well and work well for today, these are them. Nice serpentine styling on the front of the highboy, and it truly is nice. The scroll work is excellent, and all the carving. And of course, perched on lion's feet. They are top flight. And because it's excellent quality construction, there's no issues. Sometimes you'll find older furniture, shaking legs or drawers that don't work. That's not the case. These drawers function exactly as they should. You can see the interiors are nice and pristine. At some point, the interior of the interior has been finished. This is a mahogany dresser, and the interior has been stained with a nice mahogany stain, and you can see that carries through all the way to the top. This is here we have the moniker of the original furniture from Jamestown, New York, Empire Case Goods, and it's just an interesting thing to see. You don't oftentimes see them surviving this long. Separation of the drawers. Again, this very much so functions like a modern dresser, but it has the pedigree of being well over 100 years old. And it shows. And the nice thing as well is that all the original hardware is present, which, well, it's what you want, right? It's nice having the original hardware, so there's no, apologies to be made about it. 53 inches high, 36 inches wide, 21 inches deep. That's at the deepest part because, again, if you look closely there, folks, a bit of a bow in the front. But that's more of a design element than anything that's going to compromise your space. And again, it's the original finish. Of course, I've given it a quick polish here because if you're going to go on a date, you do want to wear lipstick. But these are the original finishes. You could redo them if you wanted to, if you want to make it surgically perfect. But there is something to be said for the original patina. If you go to an antique store, they'll tell you it is sacrilege to go and refinish a piece like this because of its beauty and the surviving that it has done. What can I say? And of course, the side table is a nice piece to have as an addition. So often you'll find dressers on their own, and having the nice side table there, can I say? Now, for those of you who don't care about the sacrilege, this is an excellent candidate for a chalk paint or distressing project because of all of the ornate lines, the carvings, things like that. This is not an applique. This is actually carved in there. You see in a lot of modern pieces, they'll take carvings like this and they'll stick them on and make it look like it's part of it. This is actually carved right into the wood. So it's important to realize that just the craftsmanship in this particular piece. It's really great. So like I said, I've taken some photos. It could be higher quality in this video. Make sure you study them. But it's a fantastic piece of furniture that someone who really wants something nice without spending a lot of money. If you had to buy even a new dresser like this in this form factor, spend well over $1,000, and you couldn't duplicate it in mahogany. They don't even make mahogany anymore. Everyone gets stuck with the Asian hardwood, which is fine, I guess, but it's not the pedigree of this dresser. So if you want something really nice, this is where it's at, for all of the reasons I've already described. So again, study the photos. Now, as far as pricing is concerned, I'm not asking too much money for this dresser. Again, especially in light of the fact that by the time you've watched this video and seen the photos, there's no room for doubt. If you're maybe further away, oftentimes we'll get folks out of Toronto or Ottawa or even London who will move on a dresser like this because, by the time we do the comprehensive exposition, there's no room for doubt. You're going to show up here, you're going to see it's exactly as I've described, and there's not going to be any disappointments because there's nothing worse than going to see something and being let down because it wasn't as described or as good as described. And again, you can't make this stuff up. So as far as pricing is concerned, pricing will be firm. I simply don't play pricing games, folks, and that's not to be offensive. It's just a matter of the fact that if I was to have a pricing conversation with you, my experience has been no sooner will I do that than someone else will come along with the money. So we just cut to the chase. So if you're comfortable paying the price I'm asking, you want to get a hold of me. If not, it's best to move along because I simply will not entertain discussions about price breaks. That being said, again, when you reach out, we'll get together at a time that works for you. See, it's exactly as I've described. And I'll even help you load it. Delivery will be a noted option in the ad. And you'll be able to either have that delivered or I'm happy to help you load it in your vehicle. So sure that go, folks. If you like what you see, send me a text, email, or phone call, and I'll sell it to you.